Hello everyone, this is Minotaur Jr. here again with another King of the Jungle video. First off, I'd like to talk about my rune setup and my mastery setup. My runes consist of 9 magic pin reds, 9 flat armor yellows, 9 flat ability power blues, and 3 flat ability power quintessences, for a total of 26 ability power, 13 armor, and 8.5 magic pin, which is amazing, especially at level 1 through 18, just because of the fact that the 26 AP helps you out early in the jungle and also helps you out later. I mean, 26 ability power doesn't really help you out later in the game because what's 26 ability power, but it mainly helps out for your early ganks and your consistency in the jungle. And I always pick my 13 armor for my yellows, and with the magic pin that helps you out through the entire game. Even if you're behind with ability power, the magic pin will still help out a lot. My mastery setup is 21, 9, and 0. I pick up Summoner's Wrath for the buff on Ignite, which gives you 5 ability power and 5 attack power whenever Ignite's on cooldown, which whenever you're ganking your first or second gank, you'll be using Ignite, so that helps you tremendously throughout the jungle. I pick all of the ability power masteries with Butcher, which Butcher gives you, I believe, 4 extra damage towards minions, which is really good for the jungle, just to clear it out quicker. And now for the defense, I took Tough Skin into Bladed Armor, which most people wouldn't do that. They would just go straight for the health and take just Tough Skin. But with the Bladed Armor, I thought it was really effective, especially for level 1, because level 1 Akali can't really hold her own in the jungle without that, unless you have a lot of spell vamp or life steal or anything like that, which, I mean, she does have a lot of spell vamp early game, but it's just that helps out tremendously, so that's what I decided to go with. Now that you know my setups are, let's talk about the match. Mord was picked first, and they countered with Malzahar and Soraka. Well, Malzahar is not really a counter, neither is Soraka, but that's what they picked. This Mordekaiser was really confident that he could take the Malzahar, which I think he could. That's me. Everybody else was just talking crap and whatnot. So Mordekaiser just kind of AFK'd for like the first 5 minutes. Oh crap. And so Nasus was picked second. For our team, Nasus and Akali was picked second. And Sivir Udyr was picked next, Corki, Blitz, and then Lee. Which, whenever I saw Lee Sin, I was kind of afraid because he's a terrible counter for Akali. And so I was just telling everybody before we got into the match that we just can't really feed Lee Sin or anything like that, because it'll be really hard for me to come back, which, as you can tell later on in the game, that's what happens. But anyway, like I was saying, this Mordekaiser was just really confident at what he was doing, and as you could tell, you can see the chat that I should have been paying attention as well. After I did blue, I should have just gone straight for mid, but hey, it kind of worked out for me, because once I finally went to mid, I had more CS. I had like double or maybe even triple the CS as Malzahar, but anyway, the jungle setup that the jungle rotation that I do is just basically the same as everybody else that I do. I do blue wolves, wraiths, red / ganker golems, either the three are good. If you can't gank, I would try and do red if you could get someone to leash it for you, because you can't do red unless you go back, because you probably don't have enough health pots. So I would just do golems and then try and gank. If not, I would just do golems and then back out, or golems and then back to wraiths and then back out. However you want to do it, it's up to you. I just like to play it safe. And so I start off with my Q, which does the most damage, I believe. Anyway, well, I mean, because the E is really good for AoEing the jungle and whatnot, but the Q just does so much more damage, and you'll take less damage from the minions because you'll be able to kill them quicker. Also, it helps with your spell vamp as well. But yeah, blue's really good because it helps out with, of course, you know, your spells, and I'm not sure. Yeah, so, and it also increases your energy, which I totally spaced out on. I was like, what? Anyway, but I start off with cloth armor and 5 health pots because I don't think that it's kind of even possible doing it without those. I mean, you can, but it's really hard, and you'll have to probably go back a lot more. But as you can tell, see, Mordekaiser, he's just like whatever, and he goes back, and it's like, really? So I didn't even realize that until about 3:30, I think it was. Yeah, after I do golems, I was like, oh no, because Malzahar is farming mid, and he has a lot of minions right here, and I didn't realize it until now. So I used my smite and hurried up there. So yeah, like I said, 3:30 in the game, I saw that Mord was just sitting in the base. So I took over mid, and I was happy because look at my CS, 12 to 6. So yeah, I was right. I doubled his. I was doubling his CS, and by the time that I get up here, I think I tripled it. Let's find out. 15 to 6. I took a lot of damage here, which I shouldn't have, but I mean, I just wanted to make sure that I got all of them. Yeah, so yeah, I tripled his CS right there. But it's just hard to fight against the Mouse, especially whenever you have cloth armor. I mean, cloth armor is good if you're like top lane or something, but obviously against Malzahar, where he's not playing AD, you know, it's not that great. But I just threw that down to push him back a little bit so I can farm my minions. And then about 3 more minutes, I think Mord finally shows up, and he's like, oh, cool, I can finally help out or something. I don't know what his deal was, but he was ruining the game for all of us anyway. I thought anyway, because I couldn't gank bottom for the longest time. Or I couldn't gank top, because top, for some reason, Nasus was, I don't know why he was doing that, but apparently there was a good grab bottom, and they got Soraka, so, but yeah, basically the way that I play Akali is I just, if you're laning, I know this isn't a mid video, but for right now, I mean, like I said, Mordekaiser does come back, so it's only for like another 2 minutes. Whenever you're laning with Akali, I just try and stay my distance and just Q. If you're trying to get up in the trying to get to the minions, I would just W, and I would just W near the champion, your enemy champion, and don't go towards the enemy, but just stay near the minions and just take them out. But as you saw, Udyr was trying to gank me right there. I don't know why, but sure, I'll just W and run away or whatever.